You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the London Bulldogs.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Tennessee Titans and the London Bulldogs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the...
Only two there on the dump-off. It's third down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Brandt. Got his man, it's Caldwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Brandt. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Let's get that ball, Theo. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. He was able to topple the 200-yard mark and a rushing touchdown for good measure.
And what I found surprising, all those yards he accumulated only found the end zone.
Yeah, just once.
That doesn't even seem fair, does it?
But still, the 200-yard mark, something he can always carry in his back pocket. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, a nice Nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looking to throw. McDonald. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. 10 logo. Okay, double. There.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. On second down, Jacobs. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Check 43.
On 3rd down, McDonald. Wide open receiver complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
To throw on second down. Bryant, that one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking to throw on second down. Bryant, that's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Here we go.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here is the home side to take over on offense.
Watch twins.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jacobs now. He'll have a first down past the 40. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. Touchdown! A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. 2nd and 5. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. McDonald. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Back to throw. McDonald. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Brandt. Hold in here, Caldwell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brandt, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for
an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 2nd down. McDonald, quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Jacobs, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Check pass, check pass.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to throw. McDonald, the quick slant caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. From 10 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about, from the offense's perspective, what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. On first down, Brandt completes it to Davis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brandt, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Running is Jacobs, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
That's pulled in at the 32. Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
No lead safe in the new end.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On second down, it's Hines. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Hines. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Protein spill.
Back to throw. McDonald throwing middle, and it's complete. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Off play action. McDonald under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Single, slot. Get it.
On 4th down, Bryant. And that is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one.
Feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. We're in the 4th quarter now as we rejoin the action.
Here we go. 50 plant. Tight end right.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And it's caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On 1st and 10, Brand. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will score. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I'm coming.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Brand, throw left side, complete. It's McBride. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Off the play fake. Grant, he's going to let it fly. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
Go! Ready?
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. They find some open field here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And they rattle off a big one. 43 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
2nd and 4.
I know the speed.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking the 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
No problem there on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for London, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis,